Check 1 2 1 2. We are on time today. Live and on time. 2:30. We said we was gonna start. We starting at 2:30, so we could get in, get out, get to the point, and get up off this joint and get to other things. Weather's still hot as hell in NYC. Humid as hell, and I got a few things that I need to do today. Shout out to everyone in the chat room. Shout out to everyone who's going to listen to this later on. As you can see, I've been working hard on the artwork, making sure it looks appealing and sounding appealing to my viewers. Busting my ass. Peace to everybody in the chat room. I see you. I see you in the chat. Do remember, September 19th, 2 weeks away. We are 2 weeks away. 2 weeks away as of today. 2 weeks away as of today from Beanie Siegel live at Sony Hall with Doggie Diamonds, doing a No Filter podcast live on stage. 2 weeks away. Not this Wednesday coming, the Wednesday after that. So September 19th, Sony Hall. The link to purchase your tickets are in the description box. So hit that description box, hit the comment. It should be the top comment. I'm gonna pin it. And you know, that's what it is. I started going live early so I can get some of my UK people, get some of my people all the way over across the globe. Y'all be missing out. Y'all don't get a chance to get a, y'all don't get a chance to hear me live because I really cater to my United States fan. But, I got people all over. So I got to try to get everybody in. So all my people that's at work right now, if you want lunch, check me out for a few minutes. It's 2:30. It is what it is. But, shout out to everybody who been supporting. Shout out to everybody who donate. The donate link is in the description box. So if you feel that you want to send me $1 or $2, do that. So today I came here to talk about this Colin Kaepernick thing. I think I have spoken about him before. Again, let me start out by letting it be known that I am not a supporter of the Black Lives Matter movement. Yes, the phrase Black Lives Matter does mean something to me, but the movement, the organization, I do not support the organization based off of their mission statement. So if you go to Black Lives Matter and you look at their mission statement, I don't support that. Their mission statement has nothing to do with me, a heterosexual black man. So I do not support the Black Lives Matter movement. However, black people's lives do matter in society. So at the same time, a phrase was able to be hijacked and put to a movement, and when you say you don't agree with it, it makes you sound like you don't care if black people live or die. That's not the case. So even in the sense of something as a rainbow, I love the rainbow. When it rains and you see a rainbow, you be like, oh shit, look at the rainbow. That shit is hot. You know what I'm saying? But then if you like a rainbow, it has association with homosexuality, and I just like the damn rainbow. You can't wear rainbow clothes. You can't wear anything that's too colorful because it's associated with homosexuality. And if you're heterosexual, why would you be wearing anything associated with homosexuality if you're not homosexual? So I like rainbows though. You know what I'm saying? But I can't wear a rainbow. You can't wear a throwback Denver Nuggets jersey. You know what I'm saying? Like it's twisted. So certain things have been hijacked for political reasons, and I don't stand with those politics, so I stay away from certain things. But when we think about Colin Kaepernick and we think about why he was protesting and you think about why he took a knee, I don't agree with kneeling. I'm not kneeling before anyone. And to me, kneeling means submission, and I understand kneeling in protest. I said before, and I said it publicly, if they really wanted to protest the singing of the National Anthem and the flag, I suggested that they turn their back. Because when the officers did not agree with the mayor of New York City and he spoke, they all turned their back to him. They didn't kneel. They didn't raise a fist. They didn't do anything. They turned their back. And turning your back to somebody is like the ultimate sign of disrespect. So if you want to protest to me, I would definitely turn my back to somebody. But he chose his path. He chose to protest the way he wanted to protest. And I can't be critical of his protest because why he was protesting, I have to agree with. So he's protesting the flag. So when you think about the flag and you think about the national anthem, we're all supposed to, and I remember being young and I had friends who were Jehovah's Witnesses, as we all do have friends that are Jehovah's Witnesses. And we look and we're all saying, you know, I pledge allegiance to the flag. You know, us, you know, some of us, and well, myself being a young black man, we're singing a pledge of allegiance. And some of my friends were Jehovah's Witnesses and they wasn't pledging. And I actually was making fun of them for not pledging because we're all doing something and maybe one or two people are not pledging allegiance to the flag. You know, you think these are the songs that we're taught as children. It's things you have to remember. You have to remember your social security number. You have to remember your birthday. You have to remember your address. You have to remember your telephone number. And you have to remember the Pledge of Allegiance. Think about it. You're taught the Pledge of Allegiance as a child. And why do you need to know this song as a child? That's like one of the first songs you learn is the Pledge of Allegiance. So when you think about the Pledge of Allegiance, you're pledging allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. Now, if you are a religious person, that's something called idolatry, because you're not supposed to bow before anything. You're not supposed to pledge allegiance to anything but your God and your high, you know, your most high, right? So when you say you pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. So that's where the problem comes in at, because pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, right? So we're in the United States. So whether we like it or not, we're Americans. You could put whatever you want. You could put African American. You can put Italian American. You can put Native American. Regardless, we Americans because we're in Americas. You know, we're in North America, right? So you are American because you're American, right? Because that's where you live, especially if you're born here. But then you're pledging allegiance, and it says to the republic for which it stands. Now that's where the problem comes in that, because what the flag stands for, I don't know if I could pledge allegiance to that. And then it says one nation under God. It's different religions and different nations in America. So how could it be one nation under God if it's different nations? And even though, you know, because you do have, you can be an American if you're born here, but different people have came here via Ellis Island, and some of us were stole and brought here. You know, not us per se, but our ancestors. And some people came here via immigration later on. Some people snuck here. So one nation under God, indivisible. Now we already know that we're divided. We are divided. If we wasn't divided, then there wouldn't be no civil rights bill, wouldn't be no civil rights laws, it wouldn't be any of those things. So now we got with liberty and justice for all. That, I think, right there is where the problem Colin Kaepernick came in with. Liberty and justice for all. Now, when he was looking at what was going on with black men in America at this particular time and him playing football, there wasn't no liberty and justice for all. It was no justice. It was black men being murdered in front of everybody's face on television, being broadcast on television all over the internet, and nothing was happening as a result of the black men being murdered. And what I do like to say, I don't like to say unarmed black men. Never say unarmed black men, because unarmed doesn't mean that you are innocent. You could be unarmed, right? But still be guilty of a crime. You can be unarmed and still be riffraff. You can be unarmed and still have committed a crime. I like to say innocent, right? Innocent black men. Because most of the black men that were killed by police didn't do anything wrong. They have not committed a crime. And they got killed. And they didn't even commit a crime. So when you say unarmed, it gets a little tricky, because you could have some people who was unarmed, but they stole, you know, they did different things. Even though you're unarmed, you don't deserve to get murdered and shot if you're not a threat to the police physically and you don't have a weapon. But it's nothing, not to put it on a scale of who should get killed or who deserved to get killed, because nobody deserved to get murdered by police. But an innocent person is far worse than somebody that could be criminal. I'm not saying a criminal deserves to die. I don't want y'all to misconstrue my words or take that I'm saying something. But an innocent person, somebody who might have just been minding their business. Tamir Rice situation, where a child is playing in the park and the police run down on him and kill him. Not that the police ran down and said, hey, freeze, put your hands up, get on the ground. The police just ran down and shot him and got away with it. See, got away with it. And it's not that he was armed or unarmed. He was innocent. He's a child playing with, you get it, right? So at the end of it all, that's where the protest came in from Colin Kaepernick. Now, when you are an athlete in the United States, you make millions of dollars. You make millions of dollars via endorsements. You make millions of dollars via your contract. You make millions of dollars via incentives, performance incentives, different things you can make money, right? Colin Kaepernick was higher than a mediocre quarterback. He wasn't an elite quarterback, but he was a good enough quarterback that was able to take his team to the Super Bowl. He was a good enough quarterback that was, you know, he was up there. Definitely top 10. Better than these trash ass quarterbacks that's out there right now. And I don't even watch football no more. And I've been gave up on football prior to this whole thing. So it didn't take this situation for me to say I'm not going to watch football anymore. I just gave up on sports, period, because it wasn't enough. I'm not going to say protest, but it was just all about the sport. And football is so brutal that so many of these men, after playing football and after playing some sports, are just not, they're not mentally fit anymore. They're just really, really just all twisted from playing football. From so many blows to the head. You know, they suffer from concussions and all types of things. Many football players have committed suicide. Many of the football players have been very violent and just different things from playing football. So when you play sports, they just want you to shut up and play sports. They want you to shut up, dribble the ball, catch the football, throw the baseball. They don't want you to have an opinion on anything going on in society. So he took it upon himself as being a sports figure that was like, yo, look, this is twisted. They don't care about that. They don't want you to say anything. Just dribble. What did they say to LeBron? Just dribble the ball. That's it. As long as you're just dribbling the ball, you're okay. They love you. So now that he takes a stance on things that he finds to be unjust, that he's seeing, we're all seeing, and then he decides to say something and do something publicly. He doesn't act. So he's denounced by Americans because it's, you know, un-American to not pledge allegiance to the flag. It's almost un-American to care about what happens to innocent black men, women, and children. And he protested. And the deep thing about his protest, not a punch was thrown. Not a curse word was said. Not a march was done. No violence occurred. None of those things. He just did a gesture. And they're so upset at his gesture that Nike does a campaign with him. You know, the Just Do It campaign. And they're so angry that they're burning sneakers. They're burning Nikes. They're burning Nikes. And the thing that makes it so crazy is that Nike, they didn't make Nike hot. We did. Jordan is owned by who? Nelly made a song called Air Force Ones. Air Max. Think about all the Nike sneakers. Huaraches, Prestos. All of those are Nikes. People wear those sneakers. So Nike, I'm not saying what they did, I'm sweating them, or I'm happy that they did something with Colin Kaepernick, because Nike got their own shit with them too. But if you think about it, people were getting murdered over Jordans and shit like that, and you ain't seen no protests. You never seen somebody even from Nike come out and say, hey man, these sneakers ain't worth dying over, cut the shit. Or we're gonna lower the price of the Nikes because of the Jordans, because it's causing a hysteria in society that this is the stat quo, like you gotta have these and these make you something that people are willing to kill for these sneakers. No, you didn't see anything with that. But they're burning their sneakers because they employed Colin Kaepernick in a campaign. Now look, we shouldn't be surprised by that. They have a history of burning shit. They have a history of burning crosses. They burned down Black Wall Street. When an athlete leaves the team that they love and they are loyal to, what do they do to their jersey? They burn it. So they've been burning shit. That don't shock me and surprise me. But the thing that shocked me and surprised me is that they love you until you go against what they so-called believe in and what they stand for. They love you. And then when you don't go against, when you go against what they stand for or what they belief system, then something gotta burn. And they been burning shit. That don't shock me. That don't surprise me. They were burning black men, like you said. Les Charles said it in the chat room. They were burning black men. They were burning babies. They were feeding babies to alligators. Look it up. I'm not saying anything to you. I'm not saying anything to you to make you hate any race of people, any denomination of people. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying the facts. This is what happened. So what you see in 2018, you should not be shocked and surprised by it. Now, what we do have to do, we have to figure out how can we support and how can we make our voices and our protests count. How could we do something to make it count? Because I'm tired of, I'm not the victim. Okay, and this is another live stream that I'm going to do. I'm not the victim. I'm a survivor of many things, but the victim of nothing. And I'm not going to walk around in today's society feeling like I'm the victim of something. So I got to walk around upset with a chip on my shoulder at all times because they're doing this to me and they did that to me. No, 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 no. I'm not going to walk around like that. I'm not going to walk around like that, because you got to figure out how to move in this system without selling yourself out, without selling your people out. But you got to figure it out. And they deal with our emotions so much that we're so emotional that we're irrational. Now look, they burn shit and they riot when they win. Look at any of them hockey towns. Look at the college basketball towns. The football town, they win in sports and they burn shit. They turn over cars. They riot when they win. But they're mad at Colin Kaepernick for protesting, but they're not mad what he's protesting, and not a punch was thrown. Not a single punch was thrown. Not a single curse word was said. He almost had a silent protest because we even don't really know. Colin Kaepernick has not done that many interviews. All his protests have been silent. He just did gestures and they're angry at his gestures. Just how much control they want to have over you. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel. When you subscribe, also hit that like button. When you subscribe, make sure you hit that bell That bell is going to give you all the notifications, so when I go live, you don't have to, you know, worry, yo, it's live, you live, I keep missing it. Hit that subscribe button, and if you subscribe button, hit that bell and click the notification. Also, hit that like button. Make sure you hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? Hit that like button, thumbs up the video, You know what I'm saying? This is what helps the algorithms for the video, so make sure you hit that thumb up for the video. So I wasn't gonna keep y'all on here for long, but we're called all types of things. We're called savages. They really exploit the situations in Chicago. They exploit anything with us where we might be acting unruly or something happens. It's all over the national news. 72 people shot in Chicago over the weekend. 40 people shot in Chicago. This happened here, this happened there. But they riot when they win. And they burn shit. They set police cars on fire. They do all types of shit. And that's cool. But this man did almost a silent protest. Not a punch was thrown. Not a curse word was said. No sit-ins. No marches. No boycotts. Because black people supposed to be boycotting the NFL. Motherfuckers still watching the NFL. So I thought unanimously everybody, all black people were saying, well, let's not even say black people. Let's say people who are out for justice. Because that's the thing too. We as black people, we get angry when things unjust happen to us. And then everybody sitting on the sideline looking at us like, here goes another mad black person. When you should be angry too, because that's the right way to be when you see unjust things happening to people. That's what liberty and justice for all supposed to stand for, right? So where is the liberty and justice for all? There is no liberty and justice for all. So that's why you cannot stand and pledge allegiance to a flag. Plus, I wouldn't pledge allegiance to any flag, period. That's cloth. Why would I pledge allegiance to a piece of cloth? That's just downright weird. That's like saying, yo, I love my sweater. Because on this sweater, I found $600 on the ground. So this is my lucky sweater. It's almost like superstition. This sweater means this. But they look at, you know, the street organizations like the Bloods, the Crips. And yeah, they're about their flags and they're about their colors and all that. But they want you to pledge allegiance to their flag. But when you a Crip, you're wrong for pledging allegiance to your blue flag. When you're a Blood, you're wrong for pledging allegiance to your red flag. But you're supposed to pledge allegiance to the red, white, and blue, which makes no sense. And if the red, white, and blue was for you, you wouldn't have to have all these laws. You wouldn't have to have all these amendments. He wouldn't be kneeling. Because when you see Caucasian men committing crimes, horrific crimes, murder, and they are being peacefully arrested and getting Burger King and food, and they just killed a bunch of people, you have to say, whoa, 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 whoa. And somebody like Eric Gardner, rest in peace, was choked out for selling loose cigarettes. He didn't kill a soul. Selling loose cigarettes. And he was choked and jumped on by many police for selling cigarettes. But a man who went into a church and shot a bunch of people praying, this one nation under God thing, he was peacefully arrested, given a bulletproof vest, and bought Burger King. So we got to figure it out. We have to figure out what it is that we're going to do. We have to stand for something, stand on something. Without the anger and emotionalism. Because that's the problem. We're very, very angry. We're very, very emotional. And sometimes emotion makes you irrational. And we're so angry at each other based off of what happened to us as a collective that we're taking it out on each other. And we're not figuring out what it is we should be doing because we're very emotional. And I understand because I can be emotional. We all can be emotional based off of some of the things that we've seen and been through. I understand it. So that's the problem. But the deal is, I'm not in support of Nike. So I don't want to sit here and act like Nike did a great thing and I love Nike, and because we already was supporting Nike. We already was supporting Nike. Nike would not be one of the #1 top selling sneakers in the world if it wasn't for black people. This is a fact. So them doing something for Kaepernick, they owe already. They already in the red with us. So don't sit here and say, oh, I'm going to buy a pair of Nikes to go with the other pairs of Nikes you have. To go with the LeBrons, the KDs. To go with the Kyries. To go with the Jordans. Cut it out. You know what I'm saying? So don't act like, oh, Nike is just is for us and Nike is doing it. No, 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 no. Although I'm not mad for what they did for Kaepernick, because it brings back up the talking points. It's having people talking again. And it was kind of swept under the rug what he was protesting. So I appreciate that. It's also a PR move. It's public relations. And if you know what public relations is, public relations was founded off of bullshit. Look up Edward Bernays. Edward Bernays, please look him up and find out what PR really is, what it stands for, and its trickery. Look up Edward Bernays. Right on his YouTube. When you get a chance, look up Edward Bernays and you'll see what it's about, what PR is about. But we have to take our little small victories in doses, because it's a grand scale of what we trying to do. And I know people expect me to get on my YouTube and talk about rap shit, talk about nigga shit, who rap better than who got beef with who I'm interviewing, who they got beef with. If I do an interview and it's about health, I talk about fitness, I talk about losing weight, I talk about mental health, that shit get no views. Nobody gives a fuck about that. You see that? Goddamn alarms going off. So this is where we at. When we talk about certain things pertaining to the community and pertaining to things that's going on, they do not care about that. And the problem is that you don't care about it because those videos don't get no views. But when we talk about nigger community bum ass shit, that shit get all the views. When we talk about who got beef and who got shot and is Eminem, you know, is Eminem gonna respond and all that, that gets all the views. So a lot of times, a lot of people are deterred from talking about real shit because, hey, you it's like you talking for your health, you talking till you blue in your face, and it's falling on deaf ears. So a lot of people don't talk about certain things. And a lot of people shouldn't talk because they're not articulate enough or knowledgeable enough or didn't do enough research to talk about certain things. You know what I'm saying? So now they look at us and they say, you better just talk about rap. Just dribble the ball. Just talk about rap. Just talk about who's beefing with who. Talk about hip hop. Don't talk about what's going on in the community. Don't enlighten people. Don't wake people up. Don't give people life. Talk about death. I sit here and I watch YouTube and I go to people live streams and I see people donating to people who never gave you shit, but just keep telling you how you the victim. Well, everybody's a victim of something at one point in their life, right? But what are you going to do about it? What you going to do about it? You going to sit here and complain forever? I'm not a complainer. Of course, I have my moment. I vent. I say what I got to say, sometimes a little bit more than I should, but that's how I get my shit off. You talk, when you speak, you hear. But I don't walk around with my head down. I don't walk around ashamed. I don't walk around like it's the end of the world. I walk around with my head high because I know I'm on the right track and I'm going to get it regardless. I can't be stopped. As long as I got breath in my lungs, I cannot be stopped. As long as even if I didn't have 2 legs, I see people out here with no legs, with prosthetics, getting to it. I see people that's disabled in supermarkets putting the carts back if they have to. Because they want to work. They want to be a part of society. And then this motherfucker's laying in the crib right now, smoking weed, not doing shit, acting like everybody owed them something. That's what I got a problem with. So when we look at what's going on in society, we can't just be people that's just sitting around acting like everybody owe us something for what they did to us and continue to do to us. No, we know what we know. Everybody is fake woke, right? It's cool to be woke. Stay woke. That's the catchphrase, right? That's the buzzword. Everybody's woke. Everybody know everything. Nobody's learning anything. But when you're going to take what you know and apply it to your life for your health, your mental health, your physical health, your spirit, your finances. If you know everything, I said this to Papoose before, and I don't really speak about private conversations that I have with people, but this was something, and this was when Trinidad James was popping. And I said to Papoose, I said, yo, Pap, if we got knowledge of self and we're intelligent and he's a coon and an idiot and he popped a mile and he's sweating and all that, how come he's getting to the money and he's doing what he got to do for himself and his family, and we can't even apply our knowledge to take care of our own family? And he said, yo, that's deep. So that's my thing. I'm not going to be a talking head. I'm not going to be somebody who act like I'm the victim of society and I'm just going to die and then pass that victim shit on to my children and my children's children, and we're just all victims because we were kidnapped hundreds of years ago, so we just ain't never going to be shit. No. I'm finding a way to do what I need to do for myself, my family, for my mental, my spiritual, my physical, and my financial health. And I suggest everybody do the same. There's nothing wrong with having a 9-to-5. I've been told y'all that. You know, people say to me, yo, when you're on other platforms, you be kicking that real shit. I heard you on Angry Fan. Shout out to Angry Fan Caps. Yo, you was saying some real shit. I heard you on Queen's Flip. You was saying some real shit. I'm like, I say real shit on my shit every motherfucking day. But you not listening. Because I ain't giving you enough bullshit to feed you because you want to eat bullshit. If I'm giving you a motherfucking salad, you don't want that salad. You want that food that's going to give you a fucking heart attack so you could play the victim and complain about, you know, I got to take these pills. I got my sugar acting up. My leg is fucking up. You don't want that because you want to be the victim. And I'm tying all of this in to the Colin Kaepernick situation because when you look at the thing that he's protesting, it's not going to stop. They're not going to stop doing things that they've been doing because we haven't changed some of the things that we needed to do for them not to do it. They burn shit. They don't get their way, they burn shit. That's what they do. They burn crosses. Look, they burn crosses. They burned crosses on people's lawns. And the people that was burning the crosses were the police, were the dentist, were the milkman, was the shopkeeper. And they put on a mask, and you might have went and bought milk from them the next morning, and they was out there that night before burning the cross on your lawn. That's why they wore the hoods. So at the end of it all, it's not about what you're going to do. You have to move in stealth. You can't always get on this damn shit and tell people what you gonna do. Stop telling people your every move or what you gonna do and how you gonna do and how you gonna combat shit. That's not what this is all about. They don't tell you what they gonna do. They just do the shit. They never said tonight we gonna have a fucking hanging. They never said tonight we gonna go burn the cross. They said that amongst their congregation and their people, and they went and did it. We get on the internet. We mad at each other because he made a video about me, or he made a subliminal post, or he said some shit that I'm misinterpreting as talking about me. So now I'm angry and I'm making a diss video. Look how many videos we see these dudes going live on YouTube talking shit about each other, and people donating to that shit. I stay out of it. I stay away from it. Because it ain't nothing but nigga shit. And I'm off that. Don't want to be around it. Don't want to be involved in it. And as long as that continues, as long as certain things go on, then it's going to be what it's going to be. Yeah, we like to be entertained. We love hip hop. We love the music. We love, we love good gossip sometimes. Shit is interesting. I love doing in-depth interviews. I love finding out things that I never knew because I'm a part of a culture where so many things are secret. And so many unjust things has happened within hip hop culture. See, people don't understand. They say, why you interview this person? Why you interview this person? Because I interview the people who have been mistreated by a culture that I love, and people don't pay attention to that shit. So people say, yo, when you come, you know, when people come on your shit, they always complain and they're always mad. Yeah, because come over here. This is where you can air your grievances at. So you can heal. That's how you talk. I mean, that's how you heal. You talk. You speak it out. You put it in the world. You get rid of it. When you delete something off the internet, where does it go? Because it was just there a minute ago, right? If you type something right now in this chat room, we could all see it. But if I delete it, where does it go? That's how we have to start dealing with certain things that we've been through and going through. We got to delete that shit. We got to delete it. It happened. And if you don't make the necessary changes, it's going to happen again. And it's going to continue to happen. So people see shit and things happen to them, and they go out there and do the same stupid shit that got him in trouble or got her in trouble or got, you know, people in trouble, and they do the same thing and think that it can't happen to them. So I'm Doggie Dimes. I'm not going to keep y'all on here long. I'm not telling nobody to go out and buy Nikes and do it because Nike owe us already. They already owe. Nike should have been setting up institutions and programs and systems for us because we done gave them billions of dollars since their inception because we are the biggest consumer of every product that's material. Because we so broken, so poor that all we could have, and we base success off materialism. We buy shit to feel good. Yo, a dude will buy a pair of sneakers to stand outside. He ain't even going nowhere. He don't run. He ain't even walking nowhere. He just want to stand there in a new pair of sneakers. Females pay $300 for a wig and don't even go nowhere. And we so broken that we buy things to feel better. And the shit is so for the moment. It's not even long term. It's just for the moment. It's like a quick high. A momentary high. And we feel like we better than people based off of what we have. not what we know how we apply it. You think a motherfucker have on a dope car, a nigga will have a dope car and is in dying. Dying. Kidney failing. Liver's bad. Early stages of lung cancer because he smoked cigarettes but have a car. Knowing that he's plagued by mental illness and different things, anxiety, depression, and just overall trauma, but to get a chain instead of seeking help. You got people who got their teeth are brown in their mouth. Brown ass teeth. From smoking cigarettes. White shit in the side of their mouth from smoking cigarettes. Lips white and crusty from smoking cigarettes. But fresh to death. So until we start taking care of ourselves and start taking care of one another and doing things for each other, they always going to treat us bad because look how we treat each other. And that's always going to be their excuse. But look what you do to each other. That's why they always bring up the black on black crime thing. You know what I'm saying? That's why they always bring up the black on black crime thing. Because they say, well, we do it to you. Look what you do to each other. But it's the conditions that we live in that people are pissing in their own elevator. You go and you piss in your elevator because you've been bullshitting all day. You've been drinking beer and drinking liquor all day. And you got to piss. You can't make it upstairs. So you piss in your elevator. And then your mother or your grandmother or your aunt or your uncle or your father is coming home from work and got to step in your piss. In your elevator where you live. So then when they come in and clean this shit up and get rid of everybody, motherfuckers are about gentrification. No. You contributed to that shit because if the property value wasn't so low, they can't just come in and take shit. And then motherfuckers is taking bum ass pennies and moving. And they moving, everybody moving where? Down south. So all I'm saying to everybody, if you know better, start doing better. If you don't know, seek, research, stop taking things that everybody says, stop personality worshiping, stop looking at people and saying, well, I like him, I like her, so everything they say is law. No, pick up books. Google is your friend. Look for sources, primary sources, and start applying the things that you know, the things that you discover in your life. If you look at this right here, right? If you look at this screen, I sat here and I find artwork. I do many things to better my product. So I find artwork. I don't always like being on camera. I'm on camera a lot, so I don't always want to be on camera. I found a thing to make it look like when I'm talking, it moves. You see that? I got the banner at the bottom. This is all shit that I sit here. This is my intellectual property. This is the shit that I sit here and I do what I have to do to make my product good. So I can present my product to the people. This is what I do. Do what you do. Find what you have to do to make yourself greater and make yourself better. Nike is going to do what they going to do regardless. So don't feel like you're indebted to Nike. That's what I really wanted to say to y'all today. Don't feel like you owe Nike something because they got it right, in your opinion. Somebody employed Kaepernick. So, Nike, we owe Nike. What about the 50 pairs of sneakers you already bought in your life? They don't owe you anything? And I just want to say to y'all, man, like I said, when y'all come in my chat room and y'all come with gossip from other YouTubers and other chat rooms and shit, I don't partake in none of that shit. I don't partake in it. I don't care about none of these dudes beefing with each other on YouTube. I don't care about their wives. I don't care about their parents. I don't care about none of that shit, because that's the problem too. We keep getting caught and left in this box where all we talk about is nigger shit. That's why they treat us the way they do. That's why we treat each other the way we do, because look at the shit that we care about. I don't care about none of that shit. I just really don't. It don't matter who I'm cool with, who I talk to. It don't matter. None of that shit matters. We're talking about Colin Kaepernick and Nike, and people are asking me shit about other people that has nothing to do with what we're talking about. Look how easily y'all distracted. Look how easily y'all are distracted. Because what I say, you're going to take what I say and go in their chat room and tell them what I said. And hopefully they come back to me and then you're all entertained. Why you think when people say shit about me and they make videos about me, I don't respond? You can't trap me. You can't trap me. I'm not here to entertain or be somebody's source of entertainment. I'm violent. All I know is violence. When people disrespect you, all I know is violence or resolution. If it ain't no resolution, then it got to be violence. But I ain't going to be on YouTube talking about violence. We leave that shit for where it go. But how we going to build if everybody trying to get us to destroy? That's one of the problems too. That's what I don't like about live, and I don't like about certain shit. That's why I block people. That's why I do what I do. That's why I move the way I move. Because people want to talk to me about other people that don't pertain to what I got going on. I don't care what nobody else is doing. I move how I move. But with that, Doggie Diamonds, I'm out of here. Again, September 19th. Beanie Siegel live on stage with me at Sony Hall, 235 West 46th Street, New York, New York. Showtime is at 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. And doors open at 6 p.m. Get your tickets. The link is in the description box to get your tickets. Definitely support me on all platforms. I got to make a phone call too, because I'm supposed to get some information today on something else that I had going on. But I'm not here to compete with anybody. Nobody is my competition. I'm my competition. I work hard. If I don't work hard and somebody else is working harder than me, then salute to them. You know, and that's it. I just do me. I don't care about what nobody else is doing. I'm not here to compete with my people. I'm here to enlighten, build, and help people. And I set a precedent for a lot of people to be doing this live stream, podcast, interview shit. So I didn't come in this game to say who could, should, and who shouldn't be doing this and doing that. That's not what it's all about. If this is something you could do to provide for yourself and your family, you're not out there robbing, killing, raping, salute to you. That's what it's all about. I'm not here to talk shit about anybody. That's the fucking problem. So, on that note, I'm Doggie Diamonds. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And if you are subscribed, make sure you hit the bell so you get all notifications when I go live. And make sure you hit the thumbs up button on the video. You can see it right on the screen, right? Make sure you hit that thumbs up on the video. So, with that, shout out to Colin Kaepernick for, you know, I guess, bringing more light to the situation via the Just Do It campaign. And with that, I'm out of here. I got shit to do and it's mad hot. I had to turn the damn fan off because I'm doing this shit. But make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like this video, share this video. Y'all stay safe, stay cool, drink you plenty of water, and mind your motherfucking business. And I got videos to upload, so that's what it is. I'm out of here. Peace.